Everyday Superpower, where we talk body language, relationships, game, everything in between. And today we're going to talk about not putting your full trust in anyone. Or at least not to the extent where you will jump into giving that which you don't want exposed to them. We will never fully understand or see the dark recess of everybody's psychology, of their imagination, their conscious, their background, the actions they take behind closed doors. We will never ever see that. Those who are open books and you understand who they are through your psychoanalysis and astute observations still have a dark side. One which you may see through a blurred outline, but not to an extent where you can keep a consistent note upon. You can acknowledge somebody's character and understand the downsides to their personality, at least in relation to your judgments of what is right and wrong, but you don't know what the future holds for them. And if they are to fall into that shadow state, how much of an accentuation and how much power can they supercharge that particular trait and element of their psyche? You can feel free to trust someone to the extent where I will give you this much, understanding that if you take it away from me and run, or if you do me dirty and wrong, or if you can't correlate with what I'm giving you and I just only find out at this point, I have to retract and rid you of my presence, or at least my connection to the extent we have now. That's fine and understandable. But to say here is all of my bank balance, I trust you, is naive. If you want to know elements of your friend that you have never considered before, if you've known somebody for the best part of a decade, 2 decades, and you have never involved money with this person, give them half of your bank balance and see what they do with it. Once money is involved with friendships, you see a side of things that you have never seen before. If you were to see what goes on behind closed doors between him and his partner, or her and her partner, you'd be amazed by what you would have never considered before, but now is plain and clear, you know? And you will look at that person in a different way. The conscious mind manipulates and deceives. The subconscious, the entity that exists below the peak of the iceberg, that is to what we can't fully grasp on a whole level, as it's consistently moving, developing, and shadowing itself upon itself, within itself, to hide itself from the outside world. And the actions these people take, maybe even to an extent that it's outside of their own awareness, may go under wraps until it's too late. When you get into a relationship when you are younger and you get your heart broken, you stop to fall into that same space again. You prevent yourself, or you safeguard yourself from having that heart broken in the same manner again. You stop being so naive. Until the person you trust ever so much does you dirty, you will never be prepared or involved in the reality that you can't necessarily give your all and whole to anyone. When somebody is to tell me I trust that person with my life, I can respect it, but I hope it's not literal. Because in your most dire of needs, in your final moments, in the moment where they can choose you or the money, you or the spirit of lust with your cheating partner, you or their best interests. Given we all perceive the world as our playground, as we are the main character and we see everything through our eyes and conscience, I wouldn't put it past anybody to do anybody dirty, family or not. Must we trust somebody with everything purely because they are our flesh and blood? I don't think so. We are all but human, and between men, we men want to be number one. So who's to say that person who's been following you for 20 years by your side doesn't secretly want your place? Sick of being in your shadow. And now the time comes where he can be rid of you. And whether he actions it or just allows it to happen as he witnesses it, it's up to him. You know where I'm coming from? He's got mouths to feed. He's got a family to look after. He has his own pockets to look out for. And if he sees you in the way, it is what it is. So does that mean you have to be weak throughout your entire life? It means that you'll be walked over less, paradoxically, if you are perceived to be weak. Because no one's going to test the weak man if they perceive him as weak. They already believe they know where you stand. But somebody who has something, somebody who has anything, may slowly and surely grind upon those around. Now, the waves of fortune, the tide of fortune may come in and out, and those who were ever so close to you for that 20 years, your bestest friends, the people around you, the moment you win the lottery, the moment you garner the success you've always wanted, you'll find that they're not happy. And they look at you different, and they treat you different, and you find you experience passive-aggressive digs, and you wonder, where did this come from? It was always there. And given you trusted this person 100%, they now know every single element of what makes you tick, and every single dirty thing you've done that can bring you down to your knees. Was it worth it? I'm signing out. Click like and subscribe. I'm uploading every day. I got 2 links down in the description. One of them being the catalogue of body language, a free YouTube playlist of over 220 videos I've compiled of my own material. How you can read people's minds through their unconscious behaviour. Second to that is the Patreon, where you'll join me in watching videos of people going on their first dates. I'll show you attraction body language in real time, repulsion body language in real time. You'll see it manifest in the real world in relation to how you act, and you'll be able to maneuver in a very brilliant manner. That's the real game. You won't find that elsewhere. I'm signing out.